I climbed out the window and got us both to safety.
I'll be damned. Well, there you go. End of story. Oh, shit. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to watch the Orville Season 1 Episode 10 entitled Firestorm. Can't tell too much from that title, although it does make me think like space battle, you know. We really haven't had anything like that, good space-like based episodes, and it's high time we did, I think. They're usually always had some of those, and Star Trek, not to constantly compare this to Star Trek, but you know, you always had your sort of human stories, and then you had your space-based battle type things. We're quite due for something like that. So that would be my guess. I don't know why. Firestorm to me just evokes, you know, hide in the nebula or whatever. Other than that, there's no way to guess. We've only got 3 episodes left of this season. Eager to get to season 2. They've all been really good. They've gotten increasingly better, I think, even as time's gone on so far. You guys have said that season 2 is a little different. I'm curious, like, how and why it would be different. But let's get going. Yeah, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, comment. If you like full reactions, links to my Patreon is down below. And let's get going. Space battle. Just as I suspected.
Numerous minor injuries, no major structural damage.
Gordon, why the hell aren't we out of here yet?
Working on it, Captain.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Looks like a big screensaver, doesn't it?
Everybody hold. Major structural damage reported in engineering, sir.
I'm transferring auxiliary power to your station.
Got it, sir.
Shit.
What's happening down there?
Sir, I need to divert all available power to the containment regulators now. Phase inducers are stabilized. Good work. Oh my God, give me a hand over here.
Fuck.
My leg. Noon to bridge. We have a crewman pinned under a bulkhead. We can't move him. We need Lieutenant Catan down here.
Alara.
I'm on my way.
Lieutenant, it won't budge.
Okay, stand back, Chief.
Dude. What was that about? Dead now because she hesitated.
Losing a crewmate is something that every officer is always prepared for.
God damn it.
Many of us. But you never get used to it.
Harrison was a great guy. Harrison and I went through a lot together. And it's fitting that his last name was Payne because he probably died in a lot of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Exactly
say.
the kind of thing he would find funny in case anyone was planning on getting mad at me. Rest in peace, Harrison. You were the best.
Yeah, it's gonna be all about her coping.
Laura.
How long have you guys been standing there?
Long enough. In simulation.
To see what a badass she is.
We know you're upset about what happened. But we also know, as you should, that it's not your fault.
Yes, it is.
The first bulkhead that collapsed caused massive internal injuries. It's unlikely he would have survived. And if you had gone in there, you'd probably be dead too.
Well, we'll never know because I didn't even try.
You made the responsible command decision.
I froze. I was gonna grab the fallen bulkhead, but when the fire started, I froze.
I understand, but you're being too hard on yourself.
Let her talk.
Lieutenant Payne's kids probably have it harder. His parents.
Oh, hey. We have the simulator at 3. How much longer are you guys gonna be?
Just give us a minute, okay?
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah, why even have reservations?
Laura,
Reset program.
I don't think this is a healthy way to...
Get out.
Well, it's not your turn, Alara. They have the simulator at 3.
Am I early?
No, Laura's just bogarting the thing for her pain.
I know, I suck at these things.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Payne, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. Your son was such a neat guy. Yeah, why don't you say, Your son was a brave and accomplished man. Then pull up his personnel records and put his resume into sentences.
Gordon, for God's sake, the guy gave his life in the line of duty.
Fine. Go with neat guy.
He was a neat guy. It's not like I'm making that up. Come in.
Captain, I would like to submit my official resignation.
Oh, police.
Neither fit nor qualified to be chief of security aboard the Orville or any other starship.
Look, I understand you're feeling guilty about the
Lieutenant Payne died because I was too afraid to do my job.
No, he died because in a crisis situation, things happen that you can't control. People seem to think that being brave means not being afraid. If you're not afraid, there's nothing to be brave about. You know, I remember the day I came aboard the Orville. I was really skeptical. I thought to myself, she's too young. She's inexperienced. Well, 6 months have passed, and I'll tell you this. If I was being rushed by an angry Mocklin who wanted to kill me, the one person I would want between him and me is you. I do not accept your resignation.
Captain, you don't understand.
Alara, what happened to you could have happened to anyone. I would suggest doing a little psychological digging. Find out why you were afraid of the fire. Talk to Dr. Finn. Talk to your parents. Take any time off you need, but you are still my chief of security.
That's pretty good advice.
Dismissed.
Yeah, find out why.
Maybe this is a sign.
What do you mean?
I mean that maybe it's time to come home and get your degree.
Oh, God, Dad, don't start with that, okay? Please.
That's the doctor from Voyager.
Just because you're a little slow doesn't mean you can't get there if you work hard enough.
A lot of intellectually deficient people find a place for themselves here. That is the beauty of Saleya.
You know what? Can we just have one conversation where you don't attack my choice to join the fleet?
We feel the military is beneath you.
You do realize that there are planets where military career is a very honorable thing. The humans view it with great respect.
Well, yes, the humans, the hillbillies of the galaxy.
Dad, can you just can it? For a second, please. That's no. I need to know why I got scared of that fire. Is there anything you guys can think of? Anything that might have happened maybe when I was a child?
Actually, yes. I fell asleep in the living room with you in my arms. You were less than 8 months old. The fire began in the kitchen and then spread to the living room.
Oh, shit.
I climbed out the window and got us both to safety.
I'll be damned. Well, there you go. End of story. Oh, shit. It's gonna be something else. I thought maybe she's getting a lot of her fears, or new fears or something, but she didn't seem that scared of the clown.
Captain, I need you to relieve me of duty right now. I just saw a clown on deck C.
What? Like a clown?
Yes. And when I chased him down the hallway, he disappeared. I am obviously losing my mind.
I don't like clowns.
Captain, I really need to go to sickbay.
You know, usually when someone has the presence of mind to ask themselves if they're going crazy, it suggests they're not. Let's check the security logs.
I don't want to look. What do you see?
I see the clown.
God damn it, man. No, man. Come on.
I don't believe it. It just vanished.
Then it was real.
Could it be an alien life form of some kind?
Internal scans confirm that there was indeed an unidentified human on Deck C at the time.
What about now?
Negative.
Could he be hiding from the scan somehow?
Only one way to find out. Isaac will remain on the
Holy
bridge
shit.
and continue to scan. All weapons are to be kept on stun. We want the clown alive.
I think it's only prudent to caution everyone to watch out for pies.
Pies, seltzer bottles, balloon animals. Be alert.
I want this clown alive.
The lieutenant and I will search the shuttle bay.
Well, this is a really strange turn of events. How's it gonna go back to her fire fear thing?
Clown! I will check the upper level.
All right.
Cloud? We're gonna encounter another scary thing. Spider. That scared me. He keeps disappearing. This is crazy. I'm liking this episode. Yeah, this is a good one because it's more
Captain. When he got a hold of my
freaky.
weapon and turned the setting up to kill, I didn't have time to lower it.
It's all right. Better the clown than you. The skin still read as human.
Yes, Captain.
I'm telling you, there was nothing human about this thing. I should have been able to snap him like a twig, but he was strong.
Everyone stay on the lookout.
For what?
More clowns.
Everything in my gut is telling me that we're dealing with an alien presence, but I'm gonna shower and change, but you feel like a drink in the mess hall?
Yes, a drink sounds amazing right now.
Okay, I'll meet you there in 20.
Something's gonna happen. Grab her.
What in God's name was that?
I don't know.
And what we saw was like looking into infinity. It's impossible.
Well, if it's impossible, then it doesn't really exist. Doctor, these things cannot possibly be real. Is there a chance we're dealing with some kind of collective insanity, a brain virus of some sort?
You all saw the clown, on the monitor at least. But so far, only 2 of you have had direct physical experiences.
Yeah, that's weird.
There is an alligator in the cargo bay. I successfully crushed it with a chair.
Where did it come from?
I do not know. Regardless, it is crushed.
All right, I'll do a brain scan on each of you. Take off your jacket and lie down. This will take about 20 minutes.
Where's your staff?
Everyone's at lunch.
All at once? What if there's an emergency?
Oh, she's doing something weird.
What are the restraints for?
I just want to make sure you lie still.
I will. You don't need to strap me down.
Hey, who's the doctor here? You're wondering why you can't break free, right? I had them quadruple fortified just for you.
Why?
I'll be right back. I just need to get my instruments.
Oh, shit. What is gonna be the answer to this?
Hey, Lieutenant.
Oh, Nurse Park. Can you unlock these restraints?
I don't understand this.
What?
She must have changed the code.
Why on earth was
Claire! Oh my God, what are you doing?
Surgery.
No! Yeah, this is a crazy one. No telling what the fuck's going on
Claire, what the
here.
hell is wrong with you?
I understand what you're feeling. Nobody likes going to the doctor, but I'm here to make you better. The best way to get accurate results with a brain examination is to go in through the abdomen, up through the chest, and through the base of the skull.
Claire, this is insane.
Jesus.
A wire to board it. Request security detail immediately.
Why did you kill Nurse Park? Why did you try to kill Alara?
Was she killed, Nurse Park?
Dr. Finn, you're obviously not yourself.
Did anything happen to you that you can recall prior to the killing?
I'm hungry. Somebody get me a pizza?
What kind of pizza?
No, she's not getting a pizza. Why don't you call us when you're...
Do you ever sit in your quarters and look out the window? Do you ever stop and watch the darkness out there? It's very, very dark in space. It looks so empty. But there are terrors lurking all around us in the infinite shadows. You can't see them, but they're there.
If you are attempting to frighten us, you have failed.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea
Oh, shit.
what's coming for you.
Wow.
All right, I need answers, and I need them now.
That's good acting.
Scans show no record of the vortex Commander Grayson encountered.
That's not good enough. We have clowns, we have bottomless pits, and our chief medical officer has lost her mind.
Wait, what if we all died in that plasma storm, and this is actually some kind of purgatory?
Isaac, what about the plasma storm? Is it possible that it affected us or the ship in some way? Could the storm have frayed some boundary between reality and something else? Thoughts, maybe?
Your ass might be onto something.
Captain!
Where'd that come from?
Oh. That would be mine.
They cannot be real.
What the hell?
It might come back.
How much of a risk would it pose to the ship to re-enter the plasma storm?
There is considerable risk, Captain.
It's the only lead we have right now.
Perhaps we could fortify the deflectors in some fashion.
We could modulate the deflectors to provide better protection.
All right, let's do it. From this point forward, I want everyone to carry weapons at all times.
Yeah, they're just gonna go back into the plasma storm.
Oh my God, what if it laid an egg in my nose? And then my head swells up with a big egg sac, and then it explodes, and all these baby spiders come rushing out of my brain.
Gordon, just don't think about it, okay? Just let's focus on our jobs.
You're right. If we start to panic, we're in big trouble.
Believe me, I know.
Hey, Alara, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I'm just a little freaked out, you know?
No, it's okay.
I know everybody's been telling you this, but you know it wasn't your fault, right? What do we do?
Run! Okay, I quit. I quit right now. I cannot work here anymore.
Holy bejesus. That's pretty good effect. Alara, this is not your fault. Obviously.
Gordon is dead.
Not necessarily. All these people are going to come back to life, I think. Obviously, you can't kill Gordon.
Katanda Bridge, do you read?
She could be alone. So this is all centered on her somehow.
If anyone can hear me, there's nobody on the bridge and we are approaching the plasma storm. I need to know if the deflectors are ready. Is there anyone on board?
What is she gonna do? What can she do? Has something to do with the lightning strikes, I guess. Since that's all we saw happen to them. This is a great episode, by the way. Let me just say that for the record. Exactly the kind of thing I wanted. Is this back where it all started?
Hello, Alara.
Isaac, I've been all over the ship. It's completely deserted.
Yes, I was on the bridge and I suddenly found myself alone. I came down to engineering to determine the status of the deflectors.
Me too. We're headed straight into the plasma storm, and without the deflectors, we're gonna be shredded.
Ship's power is completely offline. Perhaps we can transfer enough power to access the main logs.
That might tell us what happened to the crew. How long is the power transfer gonna take?
I would estimate approximately 4 minutes.
I watched Gordon die.
I am very sorry to hear that, Lieutenant.
I couldn't save him.
We must remain vigilant. In case the alien creature returns, we will need to work quickly, as the power supply is limited.
I don't trust this.
I never told you how he died. I only told you he was dead. How did you know about the creature?
We do not have much time.
Good one.
It's you, isn't it? You're behind all this.
This is so cool. Because it's obviously not Isaac, but it's cool to see her fighting Isaac.
Don't make me use this. It's set on maximum, and we both know that's enough to vaporize even you.
I do not believe you would shoot me.
Believe me, you son of a bitch. Now tell me what's going on. Where is everybody? What's happening to the ship?
Foolish little girl. You cannot see.
Soon the ship will run red with your blood.
Inner hull compromised. Evacuate ship immediately.
What's going on?
Captain, we need to shut this down now.
What the fuck?
Her adrenaline levels are through the roof.
Isaac, shut it down now.
I do not have the authority to do so. Lieutenant Catan has exercised Directive 38 in the execution of this program.
No bare feet in the engineering section? What does that have to do with
No,
it?
38.
Wait a minute.
What does that mean?
It's an extreme crisis only regulation that allows the chief of security on board a starship the ability to override all other clearance.
If they use it and they're wrong, it's a career ender. And it's definitely not meant to be used for something like this.
Oh, she put herself in
So
this?
What do we do now?
Lieutenant Catan must complete the program.
Inner hull compromised. Evacuate ship.
Oh shit. Red-eyed Isaac. causing her to freeze. Wow, holy fuck.
Alara, are you okay?
What? What's going on? What's happening?
You have successfully completed the simulation.
Simulation? What are you talking about?
None of it was real, Alara.
Wait, you mean I've been in the simulator this whole time?
Yes, you have.
Why would you do that to me?
We didn't.
Then who did?
You did, Lieutenant.
What?
Why? After the guy got killed?
Do you remember coming back to my office after you talked to your parents?
No.
You told me you asked your parents if there was anything else they hadn't told you about aside from the fire. They said no, but you didn't believe them. So you asked permission to have Isaac create a simulation that would help you uncover any additional fears that might be lurking beneath the surface, so that you'd never be caught off guard in a crisis again. I tried to talk you out of it, but you threatened to resign against my wishes.
You asked to be subjected to a variety of frightening situations. So I designed a program based on inquiries conducted with the crew in order to select a number of baseline phobias with which to populate the program.
The simulation began in the corridor right before you saw the clown.
A memory wipe.
If you knew you were in a simulation, the fear wouldn't be real. So you needed a short-term memory wipe to erase any knowledge of the request. It's a risky procedure, but you told me it was essential for the protection of classified security material. I ought to write you up for lying to a medical officer.
Wait, so who's afraid of clowns?
That's me.
You really are afraid of clowns?
Yes, please stop saying the C word.
Commander Grayson cited a fear of isolation, with which I conceived the empty ship.
That just leaves crazy psycho Isaac.
Well, you can thank Borders for that one.
Fear of being conquered by a superior enemy.
I'm feeling very self-conscious. May I leave?
Isaac, I guess I should say thank you.
You made it an order, Lieutenant. I had no choice.
Alara, you invoked Directive 38 to prevent us from shutting down the program when it got too hot in there. I had to court-martial you on this very spot for the position you put us in. We were really worried about you.
Captain, I am so sorry. I mean, I don't remember it, but...
I'm letting it slide because no one got hurt. You owned every crisis Isaac threw at you.
Every insane situation you were up against, you handled like a first-rate officer.
There should be no doubt in your mind that you are capable of doing your job.
See you in the morning.
Wow. Kind of tear-jerking me a little bit. I'm a little surprised that it felt that little surge of emotion right there. Because it seems kind of stupid what she did. That was really good, though. I got to say, that was great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. A trippy fucking ship episode. Not, we went down to a planet and met this couple that lives blah, blah, blah. None of that shit. I don't think I loved the explanation of all that at the end. It's a little bit disappointing. But it was still kind of cool. It was still kind of cool. And, you know, I don't know how you would explain all that crazy shit. I mean, the assumption I guess I had was that it was some kind of alien or something that came from the storm or whatever they were in. I guess it was a more clever answer than that. And because of the answer that it was, they could make it really, really trippy. The giant spider eating fucking what's-his-face was great. All the little spiders were great. That'd be my nightmare. I have little spiders all over this fucking place that I'm constantly at war with. That was cool. The clown. The explanation was kind of a catch-all, right? I mean, now all of a sudden you could have anything you want happen. So, whatever. It sort of fed in on itself, right? So then you could have a trippy as hell episode, knowing how you were going to explain it later as her being in the holodeck, I guess, whatever simulator. But it was pretty cool, and it did kind of tear jerk me a little bit there at the very end when, for some reason, again, it didn't seem... I guess I just kind of like her character in a way, and she pulls off that character really well. She does have like a really youthful, sort of almost naive sort of aspect to her, but she at the same time seems like a total badass. And that is a That's a completely insane thing that she did. Okay, help me create a fucking program where it's just like my fear after fear after fear after fear after fear. But she did totally handle it. Like, she did handle it in a completely badass way every time. It was kind of like, in a way, it was like the no-win scenario in Star Trek, where you have to face the no-win scenario. Or I guess you could almost, a little bit like when Wesley was doing that test way back, I think it was season 1, to get into Starfleet Academy, and part of the test was you had to face your biggest fear, and that was a pretty lame episode as Star Trek Next Generations go, and so that idea was sort of cool, but then the execution of it was kind of lame. Like, it was just like, I mean, it was kind of interesting, but it was also like, his big fear was having to lose someone and watch someone die or something like that, so they created a fake scenario. But if you took that idea and made it, it's almost like you took that idea that was executed in a very lame, tiny way from our early Star Trek episodes, and let's make a much cooler fucking episode about facing your fears in the holodeck or whatever. Yeah. So, and then they had a short-term memory wiper for that, so that she wouldn't remember making that request. Yeah, it was really cool, and it was also really funny. What's-his-face's fear of clowns was really funny, but Payne, I guess, actually did die at the beginning. I guess making the Doctor kind of turn into an insane person was just... It definitely, I was going to say, I don't think I said during the show, but when the Doctor went up to her and was like, "You have no idea what's coming," it made me kind of think, okay, this is centered on her. And also the fact that, like, even though what's-his-name's fear was clowns, she's the one that saw the clown, and he never really faced clowns, but she kept seeing clowns. Even before it became obvious that she was the center of it all, it was kind of like you were getting hints that she was the center of it all somehow. Because you're kind of thinking, well, what would be, why would his fear of clowns, if it was, you start to realize it's not like, okay, everyone's manifesting their own worst fear, which would be a common, so kind of a trope for a Star Trek episode, they're all seeing their own worst fear, but it wasn't that, because they weren't seeing their fear, she was seeing their fear. So that was that threw the whole thing kind of into you couldn't quite figure out what it was, Very cool fucking episode, though. Exactly what I wanted. Kind of a more trippy, space-based episode, like on the ship. Super trippy. Yeah, I really was kind of hoping for something like that, and then we got it. So I was right when I said, it's high time that they did something like this, because they hadn't really, can't think of it, they hadn't really ventured into that territory yet at all. So, alright, well, great. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, link to my Patreon's down below, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.